Hi everybody, welcome back to Glad Dad's channel here. I'm gonna go ahead and just get right into this one. I played last Friday. We had our first local tournament come back on Fridays. We normally do Thursdays and Sundays, but we got Fridays back now. And I ended up going undefeated with this. It's pure Try Brigade. It's kind of similar to your average Try Brigade list. I see why a lot of people like the deck. In my opinion, it plays very similar to Salad. I mean, it does the same thing every turn. It's just very consistent. Revolt's hell of a card. And it's a really small engine you can play with a bunch of hand traps. So I figured I'd go ahead and just show you guys how I want to play it, versus how everybody else is playing it. Not too different, but we'll just run through it real quick. Alright, so with the main deck, first up we got is 3 Try Brigade Fractals. Pitch it to dump one. Most of the time you'll pitch this one to dump the kit, so then kit will dump the Nerval. So up next you have the target that you normally dump, which is the triple Try Brigade kit. Like it at 3, I wouldn't play it any other different. She's just a really good, solid, overall card. Then triple Nerval. He's the one that normally adds your remainder card off once your one card combo's pretty much done. Then last, a lot of people play 2 of this one. I like 3. I think Try Brigade Crass at 3 in the pure variant is really good. Because sometimes you do have to dump one depending on how many Nervals you open up in your hand, or it's just an additional name that you can go ahead and send. Now for the non-Try Brigade monsters, obviously one of the best engines to ever hit the deck, triple Rescue Cat. Normal, send to grave, special out your Caress and kit. Then you can go ahead and just get your plays going, or you can special out Caress and Arabellum. I play the one X-Saber Arabellum. Most of you already know where this is going. You make him and Caress off of the Rescue Cat, and it goes ahead and gives you Nat Beast. I just feel Nat Beast is so good in this format, especially going first, making Nat Beast. Most of the time going second, you can side this out. But I think it's really good because Drytron, they're very spell heavy. Prank Kids, spell heavy. There's a lot of decks right now that are just spell heavy. Onto the hand traps that I'm playing this format, I decided with 3 Ash Blossoms. It's pretty standard. Most people play the 1 DD Crow in this deck. I couldn't find the room for it before tournament, so I ended up, still going undefeated without the 1 DD Crow or 2 DD Crow, however, whatever ratios you want to play. But I was happy without the DD Crow. I think the deck performed well without it. Because I did 3 Ghost Bell, best hand trap in this format. Absolutely best. And in this deck, this is pretty much free. So I play the Psy-Frame package because, what's more satisfying than normal cat, activating cat, they ash, you chain, and now you have an Omega, so you can rip another card from the hand. So, under the spells, triple tanky. Don't really need to say much. They'll probably hit this on the ban list eventually to 1. It'll hurt the consistency a little bit. Triple Talents. Now this card's pretty expensive right now. If you guys can't afford it, that's fine. We're going into a very, very heavy hand trap format. Almost every deck right now on format is playing a lot of hand traps. So playing Triple Talents right now is really nice. The last spells are 1 Harpy Feather Duster, 1 Call By. I like to main the Feather Duster just in case if you lose the die roll. It just gives you a way to force a negate or clear a back row. Onto the traps, we played the triple Revolt. I know some people play 2, I like 3. Yeah, I admit I got lucky Friday a lot, and my opponent would ash the Bear Bloom, or would just stop me from getting to Revolt, and I would top deck Revolt. So it's pretty good. It is literally a soul charge with a banish at the end. 3 Imperms. This card is so good right now. I don't know why, but it is fantastic. Plus, it just got confirmed, I think, for OTS 17 ulti, so I can't wait to get those. And then last, Imperial Order. I chose to main deck this just because of the format. This is just, it's too good right now not to main deck it. Onto the extra deck. We will play the 1 Salomon Great Almirage. This is mostly for Kit, but it's Kit or Nerval, but it's just a way to get him into the grave, and then you can use his effect to get himself off the field. The 1 Double Dragon Lords, pretty self-explanatory. You know, you can make him as down here with the Appaloosa and everything, so that way you have another interruption. Also get your tanky off the field. 2 Fair Sheets. Sorry, I only have 1 Starlight. I think 2 is solid with this one. Some people I've noticed are thinking about playing 3, but I think just 2 is solid. Now this next one, a lot of people only play 1 of, but I have seen some builds play 2. I'm one of those builds that decided to play 2, and I think 2 is fantastic. I get it, sometimes the 1 doesn't come up, which is fine, because if you're playing the Prosperity in your build, I'm not, because I wanted to try to keep this budget friendly a little bit, aside from the talents. But it's just good to have the second one sometimes, if they stop the first one and you can't recur the second one. The 1 Doom Eagle, this card right here is so underrated. A lot of times going first against Striker, I would just simply make this. Like this card, it's whatever they dump off Hayate, you just spin it back. Like if they dump the Ray or whatever off the Hayate, spin it back. Like it's very underrated. I guess that's kind of why I didn't really need the DD Crows. I played this guy instead. Also, against Striker, this guy's 4,800. I mean, your opponent has no monsters in his graveyard. Once you spin the 1 back, it's fantastic. The 1 Rugal, I don't get why many people don't like him. I like him a lot. I think he has one of the best artworks out of the set. And then I am playing triple Ominous Omen because you burn through this guy so fast. He's your boss monster. He's your boss removal. He is the best card in the deck aside from Revolt itself. He is Revolt. And he searches the DD Crow or whatever, you know, but I didn't opt to play the DD Crow. So if you want to play it, that's fine. A lot of people mostly play 2 of this guy. I would definitely opt to play 3. I'm also not playing the Zeus package like everybody else is. I don't have the Sky Centurion. I mean, I had the Man Unique Cat, so I could go around that variant, but since I'm also opting to play Naturia Beast over, you know, the Zeus package, I just feel Naturia Beast has more impact right now. Zeus is a great boss monster, yes, but since I wanted to play the triple Ominous Omen and the double Bear Bloom, I figured I would just go with my Nat Beast and other things as well. Like, you got the 1 Appaloosa, it's pretty standard. You have the 1 Access Code, it's pretty standard. And then the 1 Omega, since you play the Psyframes. And then the Nat Beast. I love this card. This card was great in my matchup against the Strikers. So now we'll go ahead and run through the side deck real quick that I decided to play Friday. I played triple Twin Twister, which came up really nice. Because in this deck, if you open up too much, you can pitch it out of your hand. It's great. It really helped me against my round 1. My round 1 was against Zombie Eldritch, which was pretty rough, actually, shockingly, because the field spell turns everything in the graveyard to zombies, which just kind of makes Revolt dead. So, I mean, it makes all their effects dead, so you kind of really needed to make sure you seen removal. I was also prepping for Striker, because I knew we have a really good Striker player there. I'll go ahead and do 3 Storms. This card has become a lot cheaper, considering the reprints. It should be a little bit more manageable to get your hands on. Again, it's just good for mostly, you know, outing back row or forcing a negate. Most people put their stuff in defense now, mandatory most of the time, so I literally just side it in when I know I'm going against something with a lot of back row. 3 Droll, since Rogue, it's obviously still a really big thing. And then Drytron, this just auto kills the deck if they don't have the answer to it. So there are a lot of decks like Print Kids and stuff still running around, so we'll go ahead and we'll play triple Nibiru. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, they go to combo off too much, just drop a rock in their face. And then last but not least, 3 Forbidden Droplets. Like I said, side deck is mostly optional for you guys. I just opt to play what I like for my locals. You know, when we start going back to events and stuff, which I'll start doing once they open the events, I can give you guys a lot more insightful side deck stuff and options and like that for what the actual meta is obtaining to, not just what I have to deal with at my crazy locals. And then I don't know if you guys saw this nice little mat here I have. I'll zoom out real quick. Oh, it's in. There we go. It's my old friend Carrie's mat. He handed it down to me. Sadly, he's stopped playing, so, you know, rip. But I will cherish this mat. I will use it. But shout out to Carrie for letting me have this gorgeous, you know, mermail Atlantean mat. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. I will work on some more content for you guys later. I've been pretty busy lately. I apologize for the late videos and stuff like that, and the shortness of the videos, and the rushing and the crappy intros. But I'm working on it. So thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.